All right, that will work. Good afternoon, everyone. We are on to the team portion of competition here at the MJBT WYBT Border Battle. The athletes are in practice right now. So you'll kind of bear with me. I'm kind of adjusting between two cameras because we moved locations since the last shift ended.
For this stuff, why would they take July off? Yeah. They do it once a month, August. June is the year end.
I talked to him the other day, and we're thinking about this driving up to Canada.
There's always some kind of technical difficulty, isn't there? But let's get everybody caught up on where we stand here. So WYBT right now is leading MJBT 27 points to 13 points, and that's as a result of the singles and doubles matches. You can see individuals and teams that scored points during the first few hours of competition. So from here, we move on to the team portion. And in that, you've got 5 players on each team, and there are 4 teams out here, 2 boys and 2 girls. It's a Baker format, and the match is a best of 7. So first of 4 wins, and winning each match earns the player's tournament tour 10 points. So with the score the way it is, the MJBT has some work to do in these matches to get back in there and win. Hey, Matt. Glad you can hear. And thanks again for joining us live today. Really appreciate it.
We also got 2 Wichita boys that just got committed. Brandon Dallas just got committed to Wichita. Somebody else from Wichita too. I don't think anybody's commencing yet.
What I'm hoping is at this view that I'm tall enough to see what's going on here. Might have to try moving things up.
WYBT stuff. He made Player of the Year last year. I think he made Player of the Year this year with his point total.
On the other side,
Like, he's looking really good.
we're tall enough. We're just blocked out by a sign telling bowlers that they can't wear their street shoes. But Daron Hansen, the tournament director of the MJBT, said he would be relaying some scores this way, so we will be able to keep you up to date as best we can. As we finish this thing out.
Wisconsin extremely stacked. I think she did.
Again, if you're just joining us, this is the MJBT WYBT Border Battle. We had singles and team competition this morning, and singles and doubles, I should say. Now we're on to team competition.
I think it'll be all in all good competition.
We'll get you a list of the competitors here on the boys' side for WYBT. It's Trey Henriksmeyer, Gavin Supernan, Braden Malish, Brendan Hull, Luke Winter, Gabe Staude,
In back and forth on the lanes and off the lanes, trying to do as much.
Ryan Dracosen, Rory Clark, Robert Vader, and Cale Rush. They'll be taking on the MJBT boys, led by Zach Andreessen, Lucas Hersrud, Dawson Unrath, Noah Clayson, Dakota France, Drake Waite, Brady Gustafson, Blake Hansen, Austin Anderson, and Chase Swenson. On the girls' side for WYBT, you've got Abigail Starkey, Kelly Whipple, Natalie Curtis, Mackenzie Matisse, Aubrey Kittle, Allison Roberts, Gabby Silva, Zoe Darwin, Bristol Byer, and Jade Elke. And on the girls' side for MJBT is Haley Trisky. You can see her sister, Callie Trisky, is down the page there. Elizabeth Rittenauer, Peyton Rowley, Trista Rama, Claire Jacobson, Brittany Cryer, Zoe Skinner, Maddie Wallace, and Ashley Gorman. Here are the matchups. So on 15 and 16, we've got Darwin, Curtis, Silva, Whipple, and Starkey for WYBT taking on Trisky, the two Trisky sisters, Rama, Rittenauer, and Rowley. On 17 and 18, you've got the boys. On the Wisconsin side, Hall, Clark, Rush, Vader, and Henriksmeyer taking on Hansen, Clayton, Swenson, Waite, and Anderson. The second girls matchup features Kittle, Roberts, Elke, Matisse, and Byer. For the Wisconsin team, they're taking on the Minnesota team of Wallace, Jacobson, Cryer, Skinner, and Gorman. And then on 21 and 22, for WYBT, you've got Drykosen, Winter, Staude, Malik, and Supernan against Andreessen, Gustafson, Unrath, Hersrud, and France. Here are the two lane patterns. The one on the right for the team event is the one that they're bowling on right now. They did re-oil during the lunch break. So, ladies and gentlemen, are on a fresh shot now. And we'll see who is going to walk away with 10 points from winning each of these Baker matches.
I had a good luck. I just wasn't mentally prepared for it.
40 points on the table, and it's a race to 41.
Train wants me to swap the two-handed. It looks like
So with the lead Wisconsin has, if they take 2 of these matches, that'll be all she wrote.
And I see here in practice, it's like you have such a better.
But on the Minnesota side, they could take 3 and come from behind and win this thing.
Granted, everybody tells me I'm still young, but I don't feel young. I don't feel young. Yeah. No, I throw his equipment every once in a while. So like he'll catch me after like league night. He's like, "You want to bowl some more?" And I said, "No, not really." He's like, "I don't care, you're bowling more." I said, "Fine. I'll stay up till 10 o'clock, 11 o'clock at night after league for a little bit longer. I'll throw like 2 games with my own equipment, working on foundation drills, and I'll swap in his stuff and go 2-handed." Like he recently did an ultimate drill, and he had it in a tall pit. I didn't like it. Really soft to a short pit layout, and he can't get it upright. He just can't get it to go. I'll take it. I'll get it. I just absolutely aced every single shot. My hands will hold it beautifully, so I don't get it. But my biggest issue with the is
Let's spin out the first shot.
I'm very.
Let's spin out the first shot.
That's getting there. It's just not as consistent. So, I hope so. Myself. I don't know if they're going to clear it or not. You want me to just tell them to go home together? You guys want to just go home together? Of course. I'll try my best. I almost did earlier standing next to the pole where they're plugged in at. I figured they do it the last like 10 minutes of practice, but they're trying to max it all the time frame. I get it.
So we're all done with practice here.
All right, I suppose we'll find a spot. I'm going to start doing some recording.
All right. Have fun.
I'll do my best.
That's good.
And this is what we're competing for here, along with some scholarship dollars and a little bit of pride, right?
Used to be a 12-later. I wasted my life somewhere. First and toured every bowling alley in Minnesota,
So 9 out on the Wisconsin side, right here in front of us for Henriksmeyer, while the MJBT starts out with a strike. There's a strike on the Wisconsin side for Fire. And Hansen for the Minnesota boys. Rush aces one on 17 for WYBT. And up through the face for weight. 4-10 split.
Okay.
But I thought Brandon's going to hold.
Okay.
He's won a bunch of them this year.
Rory Clark makes it a double.
He's won some few CPAs too.
Yeah.
So again, these are best of 7 matches. And we are in game 1 right now. Brendan Hall was a ringing 10 on 17. Go after that. Swenson answers with a strike on the MJBT side. Chase Swenson. Who is a 17-year-old from Anoka. In the anchor spot, lucky Noah Clayson is up high. And there's a big split. It's going to be hard to see on the scoreboard, but both the boys' teams on this side have the front 6. There's Malish for number 7.
Yeah. He committed this week, I heard.
And Minnesota answers. Brady Gustafson. Yep. Ryan Drykosen trying to make it 8. And upright, 2-8 to take care of. So the answers in the strike, I believe that's France. So the MJBT boys over on 22 on the front 8 right now. And this is the first game, the best of 7 Baker team competition. Lucas Hersrud connects. And now they've got the front 9. So big scores down there on 21 and 22 to open up team competition. WYBT side still has a shot at 278 if they can punch out the 10. Meanwhile, Zach Andreessen, the anchor for the MJBT, trying to make it the front 10. Oh, a ringing 10 pin. Great shot, but doesn't carry the 10. So now He needs a spare and a strike to shut out Wisconsin, or at least to take this first game, take a lead. There's a strike on the Wisconsin side for Supernand. And Andreessen takes care of the 10. So Supernand again get the next two to force Andreessen to get that strike on the fill ball to go up 1-0. Snaps out the 10. Keeps that string going. Andreessen, who was up on 22, you may remember seeing him on the PBA Junior TV show. He's also won back-to-back Midwest Youth Championships. Left to 10, so now Supernand can tie them. He can get a strike here on the fill ball. A little drama in the early going of the team competition as Supernand's teammates huddle up. And all cameras pointed in his direction. And he gets it. So 278 tie to start out. Wow. We'll move over to the pairs over here, where WYBT team is up in the 10th frame.
Right, a little different game.
With a shot at another tie here if they can punch out. No, I'm sorry. Minnesota can punch out for a tie. There's the anchor Noah Clayson on the far right side, lane 18. Gets the first one.
I worked for it.
Bill was a senior. Luke was sophomore.
Clayson. Oh, and the 8-pin just will not fall. Great shot, but didn't get the hit, and Wisconsin's going to go up 1-0 there. Clayson's an 18-year-old from Blaine, Minnesota. He's got an 802 to his credit. Takes care of that spare, so it's a 1-0 win on the Wisconsin side over here. And the other one, a 278 tie.
As soon as it doubles 278, he starts the first time, he guarantees it. But we're at the 10th in the first shot, and like, there's not much to do about that one. Then Gavin locked in to pound the fifth.
So the gentleman over here will switch lanes and get it going for game 2.
That's the 7. Yep. Maybe.
On the girls' side here, on the left, Kelly Whipple going after the 10 pin and gets it. She's about to enter her junior season at UW Whitewater. Trey Henriksmeyer leading things off with a strike for WYBT. Meanwhile, the Wisconsin girls on the left going to take that game 192-172.
Jump. On school. That's just crazy on that shit shot. There were a lot of different in that batter.
So over on lane 22, Team WYBT has the first 6. Braden Malik makes it 7. Minnesota's right in there, though. 4 in a row. Unruth. He follows suit, makes it 5 in a row. And Drykosen comes up a little short. Now Gustafson on 21 up high and leaves a big split, 4-7-10. On the girls' side, it's Claire Jacobson up on the left, lane 19. They're working on 6 in a row of their own. That makes 7. Jacobson, just 16 years old from New Prague, Minnesota. Already has a high series of 844. That one went up high, left her with a 9-10. But they'll still have a nice game here to take this game. Up in the 240s. There's another strike on the Wisconsin side for Supernan. They still have a shot at 279 up there. And a 242 for the Minnesota ladies on lane 19. Supernan hits another one. And they're going to be up in the 270s. That'll be more than enough to take that game from Minnesota over there on the end. So with a fill ball strike here, they will have started out 278, 279.
Robert.
And sends a messenger in front of the 10, but boy, a pair of 278s can't do it much better in the Baker format. That's a lot of strikes.
See, at home, I don't need Google. I have my wife. She knows everything. He was playing 5 up the board. The first batter, now he's
Natalie Curtis on the left here taking aim at a 310 and covers it. She is a senior in high school and committed to the University of Wisconsin in Madison. And tough to see Zoe Darwin over the folks the approach there, and she ended up going right through the face for a 4.6710. To her left is Rittenauer, and she connects. So this one on the ladies' side isn't over just yet, but they're going to need a lot of help. Minnesota, that is, to get a win here. There's a strike for Brendan Hull. And that'll be enough for Wisconsin to take that game from Minnesota.
Where does Chase go to high school? I don't even know how to get this combination.
All right, so another open for Wisconsin. That was a 10-pin there. Haley Trisky can get a strike here to at least make her think about it. Oh, great shot, but left a stone 7. So 190 for Team Minnesota. Kelly Whipple, the NCAA Division III Player of the Year and Rookie of the Year, needs this 10-pin. And she's got it. So stay behind the foul line, keep it on the lane, and they'll take that game in what turned out to be a really tight game. Henriksmeyer chops a spare in the first there on 17. Okay, so we're heading into game 3 right now. And if I can remember what Daron just told me, looks like Wisconsin is up 2-0 to 2-0 on the lanes we're looking at, 15 and 16 and 17, 18. I know Wisconsin on the end has won a game and a half to a half a game against Minnesota. That's on the boys' side. We had a tie at 278 in game 1.
Sorry, I probably got my head right in your way on that.
That's all right.
It's a big head.
You are far from the only one. You are far from the only one. Peyton Rowley connecting for a strike over there on 16. Outside of bowling, Peyton says she works 2 separate jobs and was involved in the Rochester Community Technical College Concert Choir. Following her is Elizabeth Rittenauer, trying to make it 3 in a row, and does. Zoe Darwin gets a hit there to stay within reach. And Callie Tresky gets her 4th in a row for the Minnesota team. Let's flip back over to the high side where the scores are a little bit lower than they were in those opening couple matches. Over on the boys pair, Team MJBT has put together 4 in a row. And for the ladies, Claire Jacobson spares up in the 10th. And that's going to be a win for Minnesota on the girls' side. Okay, so right now on 15 and 16, they're tied at 1 apiece. So those are the girls. It's 2. Oh, 2-0 Wisconsin on 17 and 18. That's the team with Henrik Smyer, Rush, Rory Clark, and the others. The girls on 19 and 20 that you can see right here are tied at 1 apiece. And it's Wisconsin 2-1 on 21 and 22. That's the far side where Zach Andreessen is about to take aim at a 6'10". And he does. It's a lot to follow. 4 different Baker matches going on at the same time. But you head to one of those Tier 1 or Tier 2 college events, you've got basically the same thing going on. So a strike on the fill ball for Gavin Supernand on the far side there. And they are in the 190s, but Minnesota is looking at 211 if Andreessen can strike on this fill ball. And he's got it. So Minnesota grinds out a win there in Game 3. All right, Elizabeth Rittenauer imploring that ball to stop hooking. It goes up high and leaves a 4. Meanwhile, the ladies on the Wisconsin side are working on 7 in a row. Make it 8. This team competition consisting of 4 best of 7 Baker matches.
Let's go.
So the Wisconsin ladies are going to win this game going away. As Whipple can hit a fill ball strike for 280. Brendan Hall hits a double in the Wisconsin 10th. And they're also going to take this game on the boys' side. 279 for the Wisconsin ladies. And Hall takes down the 4 to go off the sheet for 226.
Whatever Brent's throwing.
Boy, you think Trey liked that shot?
Definitely.
Tomahawk that 9 out of there for Team WYBT. Hansen, great shot, but leaves a solid 9. Now here's Cale Rush. Up high, leaves a 2-pin. Let's see. So, all right. So we are looking at 15 and 16 right now. Wisconsin is up 2-1 on 17 and 18. It's 3-0 WYBT. Over on this end, 19 and 20, the girls match. It's 2-1 Minnesota. And on the far end, it's 1-1-1. Each team has a victory, and of course that tie at 278 in the first game.
I can come and play.
Up high and a 4-pin for Bayer. Byer shooting at that 4-pin. She's a member of the 2022 ITC champion Stephen F. Austin University team, as well as the 2022 NCAA national runner-ups. Maybe runners up. France collapses that 4-pin. Make it 3 in a row over there on the far end for Minnesota, but Wisconsin's off to a hot start in that game, although they did have a split there in the 9. They've got 2-13 through 9. So Minnesota can hit these last 4 to force Wisconsin to double in the 10th. And Hersrud a little bit up high. Left a single pin spare over there. Supernan just went through the face for 5, so but it won't matter because they've got the edge and count, and Wisconsin will take that game to go up 2-1-1. Meanwhile, the Wisconsin ladies will take this game by about 40. Aubrey Kittle connects with that fill ball strike to make it 2-15. And that'll tie things up at 2 in that match. Peyton Rowley up on 15, trying to turn that strike into a double. Up high and leaves just the 10-pin. Noah Clayson converts a spare there on 17. They're about 15 back of Team Wisconsin, who's got Rory Clark up there on lane 18. And connects with a strike. There's Natalie Curtis up high, leading up 3-6. And a big split. Over there on 15. So the Minnesota ladies here have a lead. But you're going to have to think about strategy here with 4 left on the deck. And gets the count. So 175 through 9 for Team MJBT. And WYBT has 103 through 6 with a spare up in the 7th. And Zoe Darwin up on 16. Great shot. Can't get that 7 to fall. Wow. There's a fill ball strike on the 17. So 212 for Team MJBT. And that'll be enough. So over on the right here, Elizabeth Rittenauer just needs to get good count to shut out Wisconsin as Whipple hits the first strike in the 10th. And that is one way to get the good count. All right, so here's an update on where we stand right now. On 15 and 16 in the girls' match, Wisconsin has a 3-1 lead over the MJBT. 17 and 18, as they're just getting underway in Game 5. Wisconsin has a 3-1 lead. Then over on the far side, and the ladies' match on 19 and 20 is knotted at 2. With Minnesota leading in this 5th game. And on 21 and 22, Wisconsin up 2.5 to 1.5. Again, by way of a tie at 278 in Game 1. So the simplest way to put it is if Wisconsin can win a game each on lanes 15 and 16 and 17 and 18, that's all she wrote. Staude was the tall lefty on 21, leaving a 3-pin. As Gustafson leaves a single pin of his own. And he covers it up.
Big ball. Come on, Kilroy.
And Gustafson does the same. So over on the far end, it's 186 through 8 with a spare up in the 9th for Team Wisconsin. Minnesota's side, they've got 114 through 6 with a spare up. Minnesota with Maddie Wallace covering that spare on lane 20. They've got 134 through 8 with a spare up in the 9th. And here's Aubrey Kittle on 19. Hitting their 3rd strike in a row. So with a strike in the fill ball, they'd be at 162. Claire Jacobson leaves a 10-pin. She needs to cover this up to lock it out. That is, if Kittle strikes right here. And she does not. So Minnesota's going to take that one. And that will put them up 3-2. On the far side, Zach Andreessen taking care of the 3-6-9-10. He can strike in the fill ball for 225. No, that's the Wisconsin side. Wisconsin can strike in the fill ball for 225. Minnesota is locked out of that match. They would have 204 if they struck out. So it'll be 3.5 to 1.5. Over here, we're watching Rory Clark up on 17, working on a spare. And carrying out the 10 for a strike. And that'll do it for that one. The Wisconsin boys on 17 and 18 are going to win this game. Brendan Hall with the exclamation point. And there's a strike on 16 for Callie Trisky, rather. Her sister Haley up in the 7th. And she makes it 3 in a row. So let's head back to the high side right now, where both girls' teams have the first 5. And as soon as I said that, the Minnesota player left a 10 pin and covers it up. Here's Jade Elke for the Wisconsin team. Makes it 7 in a row. Brittany Cryer up high, leaves a 3-6. So they're going to need some help if they want to win this game. Here's Bristol Byer on lane 20, working on 7 in a row. Up high and twist between the 4 and 7 to get their 8th consecutive strike. So this Wisconsin team has got some momentum. Meanwhile, the boys' match on 17 and 18 is over. Wisconsin taking that one. Up high and a 6 pin to break up that string, but they are still going to have a big game here. 209 already through 7. Mackenzie Matisse takes care of the 6. That gives them 229 through 8 with a spare up in the 9th. Minnesota and Maddie Wallace up in the 9th now, 174 through 7th, spare up in the 8th, and up high for a 4 pin. Maddie says her best bowling accomplishment is her 297 and 765 set in league with her teammates and best friends. She's from St. Paul and takes down the 4. On the far end, Zach Andreessen. He's just the 4 pin. And Aubrey Kittle up high, leaving the 3. Over here, it's Wisconsin winning 204-186. And that'll do it. So Wisconsin wins 3-1 on both of these pairs we're looking at right here. And that's going to be enough. We'll go back over to the high side, but that'll be all, as WYBT is going to take this first MJBT WYBT Border Battle. Team Wisconsin over here, the ladies finishing with 269. In a high-scoring game
I didn't seem like I was pulling it as much as it was.
on 19 and 20. Lucas Hersrud taking care of the spare there on the far end, lane 21. It's Braden Malish, who recently announced that he's committed to Wichita State University, hammering a strike, their 3rd in a row.
I would like to. You can go onto their campus.
That's a good program.
And wrapping things up over on the high end, WYBT winning that match. The final game of 201 to 183. 183. Yep. Over Minnesota. Handshakes all around. And now the last match to be decided against the ladies here on 19 and 20. Jade Elke connecting. Their second strike in a row. But as far as the race to 41, it is WYBT. So the MJBT ladies will win this game. So they finish with 248. And Aubrey Kittle with the fill shot here on 20. And they'll end up with 212. So
All right, everyone, that concludes the team
there you have it.
of the border battle. We're going to tabulate all the scores here, type them into the live score page for you. Get the final numbers posted, and we'll do the awards and scholarships in front of the live screen here, right around 15 and 16.
So they'll be doing the final tabulations, getting awards ready, and get ready to hand out some hardware here at the MJBT WYBT Border Battle. Team Wisconsin, WYBT, taking the ultimate prize, though, in the race to 41. We'll put up the scoreboard here. As they go through and make those final calculations. And I'm going to turn the mic off for a second. We'll be right back with the awards presentation here from the MJBT WYBT Border Battle. All right, back here at the WYBT MJBT Border Battle. I switched them that time. WYBT grabbing the victory in the race to 41. We've got MJBT Tournament Director Daron Hansen here, and talk us through that last team part of the competition. What'd you see out there from your team?
I saw my kids trying. Man, there was some great bowling by all the kids today.
Let me try turning your mic on. That might make it easier if we can actually hear
Nah,
what
that's
you're saying.
over. Yeah, see,
Overrated.
read lips.
Yeah, try again. What did we see
All
from
right.
your team?
I saw a lot of great bowling. Even when my kids were down, they never gave up. I know they wanted to win, but they ran the WYBT threw some buzzsaws out there today. It was impressive. Boys' first match tied at 278. WYBT follows that up with the 278. We did have one victory out of our girls. It was our youngest girls team. We had 2 8th graders on that team.
Wow.
We're not going away, that's for sure.
Yeah.
But great competition. Boys were cheering. Nobody was cheering against anybody. It was a great weekend.
Yeah. That's the one thing that I'm going to take away from this is the sportsmanship angle. You guys talked about it, both you and Zach. But it's one thing to talk about it. It's another to see it out there, and we saw it on full display.
Good. And that just leads to a better future.
Yeah.
I believe there were some other collegiate coaches here today that were watching kids. So that's obviously got to be a good thing. And if everybody's cheering everybody on, they know they're a team player. And that's what you need at the next level. And that's what you need to that's what you need to do to go on. You know, you're not going to be able to be a me guy or a me gal and be successful on a collegiate team.
Yeah. You're
going to have an all-star, but that all-star knows that they need 4 other players, especially in a Baker format. You get 2 frames.
Right.
You can't win you might be the best bowler in the nation, but if you're in a Baker format and you might not miss, but if your other 4 teammates miss, you're not going to win.
Sure.
So it was a great weekend. I'm extremely happy. I hope my kids tomorrow come out and put up a good showing. It'd be great to see one of my kids win one of the divisions tomorrow, but I believe the WYBT age limit is 23. That's their cutoff, I think. Ours is 20, or the old USBC rule. So
okay.
So once my kids hit 20 as of August 1st, they're not able to bowl anymore. So you'll see a little bit of discrepancy there, I'm sure, tomorrow, some older kids. But again, we had kids hang with them. We had 2 8th graders hang with a team of at least 2, if not 3 collegiate girls. So I'm more than happy. I know a couple of them are kind of downtrodden right now, but I think next week they'll realize how much fun it actually was.
Yeah. I noticed right away, this is emotional for you. This isn't just numbers on a scoreboard and pins falling. There's more to this for you, isn't there?
It's kind of I'm trying to have it replace my competitive side. After my surgery and stuff in 2017, my outside of tournament team stuff with when you're bowling on house patterns and such, that's one thing. But to bowl on tougher patterns, and even at nationals this year with the Lefty Mafia, when you had our team event of 3280, it's the first 3200 I've ever been a part of. I punched out in the 10th, the last game. You never know when the end is happening.
Yeah.
And I know the end is happening for me. So to even have a glimpse of success, even for those girls, it was great. So
I'll tell
I'm
you.
a wreck. I'm a wreck. How many memes are going to be made out of this?
Oh, none. I don't think anybody's ever made a meme out of anything on this channel.
Well, not yet. It'll happen soon.
Do you see the smile on Ben's face? Maybe it's
Yeah,
coming.
see, I told you.
Maybe it's coming. You mentioned the future about MJBT, and obviously we saw strong performances out of your boys and girls today. what do you tell them? Everybody has a ride home. Everybody, probably hears from you either, here at the event or, in the days to come. What do you tell them about,
I just tell them it's all about learning.
Yeah.
Norm Duke didn't win every event when he was 16 years old. Well, maybe he did. I mean, he did win a tour title at 17, 18?
18, yeah.
But it's all a learning curve. And it doesn't matter what tournament organization you're in. It's always a new setting. You have to learn how to cash, and then you have to learn how to make a cut, and then you have to learn how to win in match play, and then you have to learn how to win in the step ladder. And it's when you learn how to do it and build that confidence, then the game becomes a little bit easier and it actually slows down. I know there's a lot of times when kids get done with match play in my events and the step ladder man, that went fast. I'm like, it's because you're not used to it yet.
Mm-hmm.
You get there enough, you learn how to slow it down. You learn to, see the reaction that you need to see on the lane. I was never one to really watch my opponent. Well, being left-handed, more often than not, I was bowling a right-hander.
Mm-hmm.
But like some of these kids, some kids want to watch to see if the lane changes.
Sure.
It's all part of the learning process. And until you get there and until you experience it, you're not going to be able to learn it. So if I can provide something that kids get to learn, and that's, again, with MJ's being a longer format and 9 games of qualifying, they get to see more transition. And I think, again, that's better. That's a better learning curve, especially in today's environment. When every tournament, how often do they talk about transition? All the time.
Yep.
So I hope they learn. I hope they make some friends. Hope they all add their Snapchats or whatever they do these days. But even I'm looking around now, even the kids that lost or whatever, a lot of them are smiling and laughing and talking, and that's all I wanted it to be.
Yeah.
That's all I wanted it to be.
It's certainly been a thrill for me to see all this, here, Eau Claire in the Chippewa Valley. We don't get a lot of, highly competitive junior events with skilled players like this. So I guess not more of a question, but a comment. I really just want you and Zach to know how much we appreciate this. Sure. Having this type of event here. I mean, you saw the people.
Yeah, it was great.
The
the crowds were great. Management here was great working with us today. I do believe next year we're going to be in Minnesota. I think that's the plan. Try and alternate back and forth.
Yeah.
So I know when we come back here to Wisconsin, more than likely we'll have it here because I think it's an easier drive, both. And I'm going to try and pick a place closer to the border as much as I can.
Sure.
To try and make it an easier drive. And so we'll see.
Yeah.
We greatly appreciate you spending your day here, especially when it's as gorgeous as it is outside. To spend your day here with us, we greatly appreciate it. We appreciate the exposure that you've given us, both organizations. Hopefully there's some kids watching like, hey, I live here in Wisconsin. I'm going to go bowl a WYBT, or I live in Minnesota, or I live in wherever. I want to come try it out. Come try it out.
Yeah.
It's the only way you're going to get better.
Exactly. Yep. That's the best way to learn, is to, unfortunately, get your head bashed in a little bit at the
100%.
Start.
And I see it a lot more like my first timers that come up and never bowled on a sport pattern.
Mm-hmm.
And they go and they get their head beat in. And like my first year as a tournament director, my patterns were brutal. Like I think the highest ratio I had may have been like 2.5 to 1.
Wow.
I made them tough that first year. And I saw a lot of kids really sad and upset. And we still put out sport patterns, but I'm not that brutal anymore. But it's amazing. Like I think that we would have bowled on stuff like this, everybody would have been complaining.
Yep.
Because we never saw anything like that.
Sure.
But now if these kids get on something that's 4 to 1, they're like, why are you making them so easy?
Yep.
That's just the level of talent that these kids have and what they expect out of themselves and out of their tournaments. And It's great. It's great I have never had one complaint from a competitor on lane conditions.
That's awesome.
So I love it. I love
Yeah.
it.
Well, we will kind of catch up with the awards presentation here.
All right.
Darren, congratulations
Thank you, sir.
on a
Thanks
fantastic
again.
event. And congratulations to your players.
Thank you.
You bet. Let's send it up to the lanes here where they're about to start their awards presentation.
All right, so we're going to start with individuals and the total points. So we were going to pay 4 bowlers for both girls and boys today based off of their total points. And then any tiebreakers are going to be based on total games from the 2 single games. So we had 4 bowlers from both the girls and the boys who earned every possible point between singles, doubles, and teams. So they earned their singles point, both their double points, and they won the team as well. So they earned 13 total points today. And then we sorted based on total pins. So first place for these bowlers will earn $300. Second place is $200. Third was $100, and fourth will be $50 to their smart account. So starting with the girls division, fourth was Gabby Silva. She had 13 points and had a 2-game totals pinfall of 325.
Nice, Gabby.
Gabby bowled 2 years for UW Whitewater.
She had 13 points as well and had a 2-game total pinfall of 349.
Nice.
Second, also from WYBT, was Zoe Garwin. She had 13 points and a 2-game total pinfall of 378.
All 3 of these girls so far have been from Whitewater.
And the bowler with the most points and highest 2-game total pinfall from the girls division was Natalie Curtis with 13 points and a 2-game total pins of 388. And we'll get pictures after, so we'll do all these first. In the boys division, again, all these bowlers got 13 total points. In fourth was Ryan Brankosen with 411. Third was Brendan Hall with 437. Second was Gavin Brendan with 484. And first place was Gabe Staude with 491.
Nice, Gabe.
And then I do want to again point out we did have a singles 300 game by Robert Bader. And then in the same game, the same lane, we had a 298 from Kale Rush. And I think even cooler than those two, we had a Baker 300 game in doubles with Zach Andreessen and Lucas Bergeron. So those 2 bowlers, we do have all of the averages from singles, doubles, and eventually team on that live scoring page. And all these results will be posted online to our website. I'll send it to Darren. We'll have it on his website as well for you to see in the future. All right, and then what we've all been waiting for, the total points final from the Border Battle, and the team that will be getting take home a trophy for the next year. So in singles, WYBT had 17, MJBT had 3. In doubles, we split 10-10. And then team, WYBT had 30. So we won 3 of those 4 matches, and MJBT won 1 of the 4 matches. The final score was WYBT with 57, MJBT with 23.
Take a trophy.
I mean, we'll keep it.
Yeah. Keep it. Yeah.
I'm the old man here.
And then really quickly, I do want to recognize all the parents expected came up to support both Minnesota and Wisconsin here. So bowlers, if you could please thank your parents, spectators, whoever brought you today for their support, driving you all the way out here. I know our two states aren't super close in terms of the major population areas, so going all this way for all of us to go and bowl really is a testament to how strong the bowling community is. And very appreciative of everybody coming out to support, even if you were just a bowler that's bowling tomorrow, coming here and watching all day was really awesome. I'm very thankful for all of you for being here. All right, we do have WYBT/MJBT here tomorrow. Check-in starts at 8 a.m. Bowling starts at 9 a.m.
You want a teacher?
Yeah.
Not of you guys. Oh, yeah.
So if we could get
I'm saying, I'm getting dinner ready now.
do some pictures here, so any parents and spectators that want pictures as well, have that all set up. We're gonna get first just all the teams together, and then we'll do the bowlers that won awards, and then also the 300 shooting bowlers, plus I guess Kale for his 298. If you want to get pictures as well, so we can post that. Yeah, that concludes the first inaugural border battle.
So it's a
Also, a big thank you to Andrew and Beth for being here to live stream the entire event for us. I had a chance to sit down and talk for about 10 minutes, and it was really awesome. That's a great job. So, thank you for being here. Right.
maybe we can
Great night,
convince him to get a
everybody.
little
See you
more
tomorrow.
too before he takes off for the day. So WYBT again victorious here, the inaugural border battle. We're going to see if we can have Zach come up for a few words as the teams celebrate here with some pictures. Again, the final point total 57 for WYBT, 23 for MJBT. A fantastic performance for all involved here in the inaugural border battle event. So I'm going to cut the microphone for a second here, and we will try to come on back with some comments from Zach about his victorious Team Wisconsin. Stick around. All right. There we go. Okay. Well, here we are back at the inaugural Border Battle. Team Wisconsin coming out victorious. And
Yo, it was awesome.
Before I get into anything, Gabe, how do I pronounce your last name?
Staude.
Staude.
Yeah.
Okay.
Staude.
Gabe Staude, leading point getter for the boys. How's it feel?
Felt great. It was a lot of fun. The lanes were nice and open up on the left side, so I took advantage of it and did the best I could.
Yeah.
Knocked a lot of wood down.
Yeah, you did. Tell me what you saw about, with the shot out there. How did it transition for you?
I saw for a lot of the righties, it was starting to hook early, especially in team. And I think what we did best collectively as a team between the 10 of us, we were really staying on top of transition today. And I noticed our other team that we were bowling against didn't jump on the transition as fast as we did. And I think that's what was the big difference between us and them. Our righties jumped deep fast, and it worked out good, staying in front of it.
Okay.
So,
I noticed you were at the sweeper last night with me.
yeah.
Did you learn anything through that helped you today?
A little warm up. I hadn't bowled in a while before coming into today. And then lanes played tricky, and I didn't bowl very good.
Yeah.
But yeah, I was ready to go into today. I've bowled on these patterns before, so I kind of knew what to expect, and definitely was nice coming off of such a hard shot to coming onto something like this that I knew I could perform on.
Yeah. So this was a little more forgiving than last night.
Yeah, a little bit more forgiving.
Good.
Definitely.
Good. That helps because I really got my head bashed in last night.
Last night was not easy.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Tell me about the conversations between you guys on the Wisconsin team as you're kind of going through these events. I mean, I got to imagine that you don't bowl together all that often, right?
A couple times a month we bowl together, and it always
same
seems
guys?
to be fun. Yeah.
Okay.
Yep. On JBST and WYBT, so there's normally 2 a month at least that we bowl together, and you get to know them good, and it's fun to bowl with them in a tournament on their team when you're used to bowling against them.
Yeah.
So mostly just giving each other a little bit of a pat on the back, confidence boosting each other, picking each other up if we do something dumb. That's about it.
Both of the tournament directors mentioned sportsmanship a lot. They said they kind of base their tournament director picks off of sportsmanship. We saw it out there. You guys high-fiving each other, shaking hands with the other team, with the Minnesotans,
Yep.
After each match. What does that mean to you in the moment? Is that something that you have to be intentional about, or is sportsmanship just a part of who you are?
Probably just who I am.
Yeah.
I've always been like that. Actually, one of the kids from Wisconsin likes to not give me high fives when I bowl him, and it makes me mad because I like having good sportsmanship always. I think it's good to have sportsmanship. So no matter how much you don't like someone, don't be a jerk to them when you're bowling them. That's how I am.
Come on, who's the offender?
The offender?
The guy from Wisconsin?
I'm
that
not. I
doesn't
can't
like-
say.
Oh, come on.
He'll know if he sees this, though.
Okay. Fair enough.
Thanks for breaking my rosin peg.
Oh, no. What's the future like for you? I mean, are you college now, college bound?
So I'm going to Monsters University next year.
Okay.
So I'm excited for that. But other than that, like
Monsters?
yeah, Monsters University.
You let me in on the joke, or?
It's a movie. I'm not going to college.
Oh, okay.
Yeah. Hey. Yeah, I'm not going to college. It's
Okay.
just not something that I'm interested in. School's
cool.
hard, not my thing. So
Okay. But still competing,
yeah, competing on
till
the
you
adult
age out?
stuff.
Or?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yep.
Cool. Well, best of luck to you, and
Thank you.
congratulations on a terrific performance
Thank you.
today. And you're bowling tomorrow, right?
I'm bowling tomorrow. Yeah,
All
I'll
right.
be here.
Well, best of luck.
Thank you. Appreciate it.
You bet. We'll be right back. All right, back at the MJBT WYBT Border Battle with Natalie Curtis. Natalie, congratulations on your performance today.
Thank you. Thank you.
Yeah, tell me what you saw out there and how you were able to knock them down.
Yeah, so I used my phase 2 pretty much both games. And my first game, I started off, I had a really good look, had a 211, had a couple of strikes in there. And then my second game, I was really struggling to like find a good look and continue to throw like good quality shots. But I continued to pick up all my spares. I think I had my first strike in the like 9th frame, and I just went spare 1 through the 8th frame. And that's what really helped me win. Like I wouldn't have won if I wouldn't have picked up all those spares. So yeah.
Sure.
Mhm.
First time event for everybody, right?
Yeah.
Tell me about the days and hours leading up to this thing. Nervous, excited?
Yeah, it was really exciting. On Thursday, I worked with Dylan and we put together like our final pieces together, and it was really exciting. I'm really thankful to be on this team, and I was just really exciting to be a part of this first event. And yeah, a lot of hours, a lot of work put into it for sure.
Yeah?
Yeah. Mhm.
As you're kind of going through the singles, the doubles, I mean,
Mhm.
obviously you guys jump out to a lead,
Yeah.
but you know it's not over until
Right until it's over.
till you shoot
Yeah.
a great set in Baker's.
Mhm.
What is the thought process there? Because it's great to get that momentum, but Minnesota can easily sweep
Right,
the team
yeah.
event, right?
Yeah, I thought it was really important to like segregate each event into like its own separate thing, and I like found that was really valuable. Like when singles was done, I like put it beside me and I like focused on doubles with Zoe, and like that was really fun. We made sure to focus on that. We had a huge comeback, and that we were down 2-0, and then we ran the last 3 out to win, and so that was really exciting. And then coming back from the break for this Baker, I just like kind of took it as like a different event, and I just really made sure to focus on Baker and like making the best quality shots that I could for my team, because I knew they were counting on it just as much as like I was counting on them.
Yeah.
So yeah, it was really exciting.
Tell me, kind of bring me inside that team huddle during the team event. I mean, is there
Yeah.
encouragement? Is there,
Yeah.
what are the conversations like there?
Yeah, no, they're all super awesome. It was really like they were super, even if it was like a poor shot, like they picked you right back up, and they were like on the 2 or on the spare. Like they had no judgment on the shot that you just threw. They were just focusing on doing the best for the team and just like picking it up next, or like having the next frame, having the next person like pick you up. And yeah, there's like no judgment, no negative energy at all. Like it was all super positive, and yeah, just really positive and happy the entire all of the games. Yeah.
That definitely helps getting it done.
Yeah.
Tell me about where you're from, where you bowl, and what's next after this. I'm guessing you bowl tomorrow, right?
Yep. So I'm bowling tomorrow. I'm from Prairie du Sac, which is about 30 minutes outside of Madison, and we bowl at Riviera Lanes, which is super awesome. I love it there. And then bowling tomorrow, and then bowling throughout the summer, and then next year I'm going to UW Madison for
Awesome.
school. Yeah.
Okay.
Mhm.
And bowling part of their team, or
I might,
Yeah?
on their club team, and
Okay.
if not, just bowling tournaments around to keep in it. Yeah.
Yeah.
Mhm.
Okay. It's great to win this,
Mhm.
but then you're back at it tomorrow. The grind continues.
Yeah.
So what does tonight look like for you? Do you celebrate it? Do you kind of lay low because there's tomorrow?
Yeah,
or-
I'm really hoping. Well, first, I haven't really ate all day, so I'm hoping to get a good meal in. And then, just kind of hanging out. Might see what a couple of the other bowlers are doing. Just hang out, keep it pretty low key, so I can rest and recover for tomorrow.
Awesome.
Yeah.
Yeah. Well, congratulations on a terrific
Thank
performance.
you.
I'm going to get you out of here so you can get going on that food
Yeah.
and stuff like that. And best of luck tomorrow.
Thank you. Appreciate
bet.
it.
Natalie Curtis joining us live here as we continue our border battle coverage. We will be back. Stick around. Let me turn my microphone on so you can actually hear me. But back at the first MJBT WYBT Border Battle as Team WYBT wins it. A total of 57 points to MJBT's 23. And just wanted to thank everybody involved in this. Thank all of you for tuning in, both live and on replay. Really appreciate it. And big thanks to Wagner's for letting me get in there and siphon their internet service so I could do this live stream. And to both tournament directors, Daron Hansen for MJBT and Zach Singer for WYBT for putting on a fantastic event in a center that doesn't often see events of this caliber these days. So a big thank you to all those folks for having this inaugural border battle here at Wagner's. Hope to see some more great action here in the future. Be sure to join us. We have our next show coming up May 31st with Coach Randy Brown. He is the mastermind behind the Prodigy Bowlers Tour. And if you're not familiar, look it up on YouTube. Search Prodigy Bowlers Tour, and you'll find it. He has a terrific production of junior events in the Kansas City area that he puts together and edits and all that stuff. He does a great job with that. If you're looking for more coverage, watch in the days to come for these two channels, 10 Pin Life, as we heard from Ben Glasscock. He does a fantastic job putting together videos on really all levels of bowling, all the way from the PBA Tour to these local junior tournaments. You can actually see him right there. He's shooting the bowl with Kale Rush, and Kale, his channel, also a great channel for bowling content. You can find more content on the Border Battle on Bowling Insiders with Kale and Tim on YouTube. Two great channels, and I'm sure they'll have excellent content in the days to come. But that's going to do it for us here in Eau Claire, Wisconsin. Again, Team WYBT winning the first border battle, 57-23. My name is Andrew Pfeffer. Thanks again for joining us live here on Bowling with the Pfeff. Till next time, be just and fear not. Have a great rest of your weekend.